Welcome back once again. So in this video, we'll try to see how we can create a custom button on our Fiori app. As you can see here, create button is visible, and along with create, you can see delete button is also there. So this create, delete, and update functionality is provided by ABAP. These are standard functions. Okay. But here along with this, you can see one more button is there, calculate total price. So this is not a standard button. Basically, we have created this button. I mean, you can say it's a custom button. Okay, so this type of custom button you have to create in such a case whenever user requirement is there and they want some particular requirement or something else. You can say business requirement is there, and according to the business requirement you have to perform some actions. So in that case you have to create a custom button. And sometimes says customers don't want this create and delete button. Instead of this they want their own button. So in such condition you have to create your own button instead of this standards button, create and delete. Okay, so I'll show you how this this custom button will work. So in this video we'll try to cover this, how we can create this custom button, or you can say uh, or you can say custom button, or you can say how we can create this button using a custom functions. Okay, so as you can see, this is our list report, and if I'll click on the first record, then now you can see it is visible. Okay, if I'll press on the same, then it will show the total price. Okay, so just click on the same, and you can see it is showing a pop-up. Total price is this for travel ID 2256. Okay, so along with this, let's say I'll select this one. Then again, I'll try to create the same. Then it will show the total for both travel ID in a form of a pop-up. As you can see, total price is this and travel ID is this, and you can see total price for is 2284, for travel ID is this. Okay, so in total price you can see here, as you can see, total price is coming. We are totaling the booking fee within a total price, and we are displaying the same. Okay, so these things we will try to cover in this video. Okay, okay, so stay tuned. Thank you. So to achieve the same, uh, in current app, if you remember, we have only these two buttons, create and delete, not this one. Okay, so quickly I'll open my current app. So this is our current app. So what I'll do, I'll execute the same. So press on go button. Okay, so now you can see data is loading. Now data is loaded successfully, and as you can see here, we have only two buttons, create and delete, but we don't have a custom button. Okay, so first we'll try to create a custom button. So to achieve the same, what you need to do, just go back over ADT. Okay, and you can see, if you remember, uh, we have created two behavior, one for projection and one for mean CDS travel. Okay, so I'll open main behavior. And if you want to explore more how we can create the behavior definition, then you can refer my previous video. Okay, I'll show you from where you can refer. So this was the playlist. Okay, so to create the behavior, you can refer this video. I mean, from 12 number video, you can refer. From here, you can see how we can create the behavior. Okay, and if you want to develop a end-to-end Fiori app, then you must have to follow this whole playlist. Okay, in a sequence, then you will be able to create the Fiori app. Okay, using CDS annotations. Okay, so now I'm opening ADT again. So here you can see I have opened our travel behavior definition, and here you can see create, update, and delete. These are the standard action items, okay, which is provided by SAP. But now I just want to add one more button, okay, and we can replace its text, okay, accordingly. So I'll show you how we can do. So what you need to do, so just add one more button here, how we can do. So there is a keyword called action, and along with the action I have to define a feature, and that feature should be instance instead of global. Then put the name. I just need total price, so I'm putting total price. Okay, and then after that put result, then self action. Okay, so this is the way to create a action button. Okay, so this is totally a custom action instead of these create, update, and delete. Okay, just activate this main behavior. So you can activate the same using Control F3. Okay, now after activating, you can see it is suggesting total price is not implementing. So just click on the same and it will suggest some solution. So it is saying just add all to missing method. Okay, select the same and proceed further. So it will create automatically two methods. Okay, so now you can see two methods created automatically, get instance feature and total price. And if I'll uh, open up, if I'll see its definition, so you can see here. So this is our class. This is already created. This is our existing class which we have created in our previous videos. So you can refer the previous videos and you can see two methods created recently. One is this get instance feature, and you can see here for instance feature. This method is created and one more method is created. This is for total price and for modify, and this is for action. So mm, mm, I'll show this later on. So one more important thing is there, you have defined this uh, in the main CDS. Okay, so same thing you have to define in a projection projection behavior definition. So as you can see, for create and update we have defined in projection CDS. So same we have to define for our new action here. So we have to define the same, otherwise our action will not work properly, as you can see here. So whatever you have declared in our main main behavior, main travel behavior, so same you have to define here. In a projection behavior. So just use action, and what was the name? Name was total price we have declared. Okay, now activate. Okay, now try to execute our existing app. So just refresh the same. App is loading, so wait for a moment. So yeah, now you can see here still create and delete buttons are visible. Okay, but our new custom button is not visible. So why it is happening? So let's go back our ADD and open. I mean, we have missed something. So let's fix the same. So how we can visible our own custom button. So to achieve the same, what you need to do, just open our metadata. Okay, for the travel. So this was the metadata which we have created in the previous video. Okay, you can refer the previous video how we can create the metadata. So for now I'm skipping here. So I'm opening the same. Just do the double click. Okay. So now what you need to do. So to make visibility of our of our custom button, you have to define some annotation. Okay, so I'll show you how you can show the button here. So what you need to do, choose any field. Let's say here, just put a annotation called @UI UI action, then start, then use line item, then here just press type, then in type you have to select replace the standard with for action. Okay, then after for action, you have to define data action. So in data action, you can define the action. Okay, so action name, I mean, so if we, so from where you can find the action name. So just open your behavior definition, and in behavior definition, we have defined the action name. So action name, we have defined total price. Okay, so same, same action, we will pass it here in the annotation. So just to, so that was the annotation. Where is it? So that is the annotation. Okay, so pass, sorry, uh, total price. Total price. Okay, but then uh, after putting this, you have to define, and after putting this, you have to define its label. Okay. And in label, you can write anything. I have defined this action to calculate total price. So I'm putting the label calculate total price. Okay. Then in last, you have to define a position. So this should appear at first position. Okay. Now we have done activate using Control F3. Now go back over app. Okay, so this was the app, just refresh the same. Okay, app is loading, so wait for a moment. So now you can see here one button, one new button is now visible. It means our button, our annotation is working fine. Okay, then if I'll press on go, then some error is coming. So just open the dump and try to fix the same. So it is saying current application, the short dump, and this is saying application has indicated the exception to reverse any database short dump. Okay, So they are saying handler not implemented method instance feature. Okay, so if you remember, we have missed something. We have not implemented its feature. So if you remember, two methods created automatically. One is get instance feature, and along with this, our custom function that is called total price. So we have to implement this method, then only we will be able to execute our app. So quickly try to implement these methods. Okay, so in these methods, what you need to do, uh, so just go down and find, yeah, this was the mm, methods. Just wait. Okay, just open the, okay, that's fine. Just open our class. So, so what you need to do, um, so here I'll put a code. So uh, what you need to do, so here you can see in this method we have an importing parameter called keys. Okay, so I'll use the same here. So use move corresponding keys, sorry, here, keys to result. Okay, so this is our exporting table. Then what I'll do, I'll put a loop over, yeah, result. Okay, and assigning field symbol. I'll put a loop over the same. Okay, then here I'll define one property that is called action. Okay, in action I'll put a action name, total price, should be equal to, there is interface called if underscore ABAP underscore behave. Okay, and there is some static attribute fc. Oh, then it should be enabled and activate the same. Then after this, what you need to do, you have to put a code for your particular action. So this was the method where you have to write the code accordingly. So in this method, we have to here I'll read the entity using read entity statement. Okay, off. Put the CDS name. Put the behavior name. So what is the behavior? So we have used YCDS. Entities, replace entity with and okay. YCDS booking in local mode. Then put the entity name. Entity name would be same in our case because we have a same name for CDS and behavior. That's why. So this is the CDS. CDS name, and this is this one denotes to behavior name. Okay. Then all fields with corresponding. Okay. Keys. Then result data into quantity. Travel. That's it. Okay. Okay. It is saying YCDS booking is not a root entity. Okay. So this is not a root entity. So instead of YCDS, oh sorry, by mistake, I choose booking. So instead of booking, we have to choose a travel entity. Okay. Same here. Okay, so booking entity was the child entity. That's why we are getting error. So I replace the same with our main travel entity. It's a parent entity. Okay, now you can see error has been removed. Okay, now we got the data in our internal table. Now what we need to do, we just need to update the data, update the total price, okay, using this action. So first we have to declare the internal table, lt update, type should be type table for update, okay, and type should be this YCDS travel. Then what you need to do, just put lt update. We just need the data corresponding hash and pass the output. lt travel table here. That's it. Then after this, you have to use a modify entity statement. So how we can use the same? Just put modify and teach of again use YCDS travel. Okay. In local mode, then put the entity name. Entity name should be same as previous. We have two entities, so I'll choose first one, travel entity here. Then use update fields. Update fields and here put the field name. So I just need to update total price. So I'll choose the same. Okay. With internal table, this alt table. No, using this lt update. Okay, so this table is used to update our entity. Okay, then use reported data into lt reported. That's it. Okay. So here, what you need to do. So that was the travel table which we are reading from our entity. So what you need to do, just read this table using loop statement to modify the same. Okay, this is the way to creating a field symbol dynamically. So I'll use the same. So here, which field we need to update? We need to update a total price. Okay. And in total price, I'm just adding booking fee. Here I'm just adding booking fee plus total price. Okay. And just capture this in a variable to display the same in a message. Okay. So I'm capturing the same in a variable ls dot along with this. I just need to show a travel ID in a message. Okay. Now one more important thing is there. Whatever we have done here, I mean, we have modified the entries. We have to export in our result table. So how we can do the same? Just put the result and use create a table using value hash. And here put the loop using for statement. So here we have CDS, YCDS, travel, okay, and in a table, this table, LT, travel, okay, and here you have to pass uh, TKY, that is the property. So here you have to pass the CDS name, and in CDS we have the same property. Then after that, one more property, you have to use param. Then here you have to pass our CDS only. That's it. And activate. Okay, now we have written the code for total price function, and along with this we have written the code for get instance feature as well. So try to check its output in our current app. So open our current app and refresh the same. Okay, app is loaded. Okay, now I can see calculate total price. As of now it is disabled. Okay, if I'll select some record, let's say this, then it should enable. So now you can see it is enabled now. And now try to calculate its total price here. And as you can see here, we have a total price called 210, and here booking fee is 20. So total price uh, should be the sum of this. I mean total price plus booking fee. So it should be equal to 230. So let's try to do the same. Select the entry and press on the same. So now let's see what happened. Some error is coming, invalid currency is there. Okay. So try to overcome this error. So it's happening because we have I mean just open our source code in a class. Okay. So we have a validation on currency code. So that piece of code is getting triggered. So just comment this for time being to work on this error. Okay. Now go back over app, refresh the same. Okay, now try to do this one. Let's say I choose this ID 3418. Okay, so here you can see total price is 4590 and booking fee is 10. So now total price should be the sum of this sum of booking fee. Okay, so it should be 4600. So just press on calculate total price. Now you can see our total price is changed. Now it is showing 4600. Okay, it means our calculate total price is working fine. This function button is working fine. Okay, but the thing is, I just need a pop-up here which shows the total price along with this travel ID. So how we can do the same? Just open our CDS. Okay. In CDS, we have a class where we have written the piece of code. So, so this was the method where we have written the code. and here we have to write a code to populate a message. Okay, so to populate a message, we have a message class. Okay, we have already created this message class, and if you want to learn explore more how we can populate the message class, then you can refer my previous video. Okay, I'll show you which video you have to refer. So here for message class, uh, we have this video number 13. So here you can see how we can create the message class. So come back over. So now come back over current app, and we just need to populate a message. So I just uh, need to populate a message. So I'm just writing a message here. Total price and total price of travel ID and save. Okay, now open our class, and now we have to call the message. So how we can do, just put data message, and then there is a method called new message. Okay, and this piece of code is already written here, so I'll copy this piece of code here and use the same in this method. Comment this, and this was the message class we have created. So we have to pass the message class here and message number. So message number we have created 002, and here it should be information instead of error. So I'm choosing the message type here and put the variable. First, I just need to display the total, so I'll pass the total here, and second variable would be travel ID. Okay, so activate. Okay, so we have called the message, then again I have to use some piece of code to display the pop-up. So how we can display the pop-up, I already showed in the previous video. So in this method we shows this piece of code to display the pop-up. Okay, so just copy, just paste it over here. Okay, so now you have to pass the message, whatever message you have written. So same message you have to pass it over here, and along with this, you have to pass the element. So we are passing total price, and along with total price, we are passing travel ID. Activate. Okay. So now execute our app, refresh the app. Data is loading. So data loaded successfully. Now try to add. So here I am choosing overall status for accepted only. Press go. So now accepted data is here. So now try to add the total. So let's say I'll select this one. Okay, so here total should be 20, 15 plus 5. And this should, and this total should display in a pop-up. So select the record and click calculate total price. And now you can see our pop-up is coming along with some information. It is saying total price is 20 of travel ID 1474. Okay, so now try to select multiple record and then see this will work or not. So I just now selected 4 record and click on total price. So now it should display the total price for all 4 records. Yeah, now it's working fine. As you can see, total price for this travel ID and this it is showing total price for this travel ID and along with this. So it means it is working fine as per the requirement. Okay, so now one more requirement may come. Okay, so let's say as of now you can see this button is enabled. So sometimes customer wants this button disabled as per the records. Okay, so this button should only enable in case of as per the requirement. Let's say if I'll choose a record for accepted, so in that case only this button should enable, otherwise for rest of the cases this button should disable. So how we can achieve the same? So just open our ADT and go back our class, and there is a method called get instance feature. So in this method, what you need to do, you have to read the entity first. Okay, I'm reading the entity here. Then now, after reading it, what you need to do, uh, you have to read this table. Okay, read table into data ls travel with key would be travel UUID. Okay, and this should be equal to travel UUID. So using this read statement, we'll get, just put if psi sub RC equal to 0. In that case, our code should run if we have a successful read. So that's why we have used psi sub RC keys. So it is mandatory whenever we are interacting with the database. Okay, now I'll put a case on overall status. Then I'll put here when it is a means accepted. In that case, it should be enable. Okay. Then for others, this should be if we got other keys instead of A, then this should be disabled. Okay. Okay, now we have done. Okay, and now we'll do the debug as well to see the flow in a debug mode. So just put a debugger, select the line and do the double click. That's it. Then you will see a green icon. It means our debugger is set on line number 42. Same I'll do here on another method on read statement. So on line number 116. Now all set. Go back over app and refresh. Now in that case, our debugger should trigger. So our app is loading. Okay, now press on go. Yeah, now you can see we are in a debugging. Okay, now first we reach on our method called get instance feature. So here first we are reading. Okay, then after reading, in reading you can see we have a travel table and alter travel. We are capturing the data, and in this you can see we have some structures, and in structures we have a data. You can see travel ID and so on. Okay, currency code. Okay, so now we are reading. We are looping on the result. Okay, and now we are reading the LT travel, and LT travel is comes from here using this reading entity, and on the basis of travel UID we are reading. And now we now you can see uh, just wait. Mm, read is successful. Okay, press F6 to continue. Now it is saying overall status, and overall status is A. It means our button should enable in that case. So press F8 to see the output. Okay, now we have pressed 8 to execute the whole program. Now our whole program executed successfully, and now you can see its status is terminated. It means now we are out from the debugger and our program executed successfully. So just go back our app, and now you can see app is loaded successfully. Okay, so here you can see if I'll click on this, so now you can see here uh, this record is belongs to accepted. If I'll click on this, so in that case our button will be visible. Okay, if I'll click on this open, so in that case you can see our button is not visible. Okay, so that type of requirement you can do in this method, get features. Okay,